Assalamu alaikum. Today we'll be making this beautiful wood sign with Alhamdulillah in both Arabic and English. To start, we'll paint both sides in white and the border in black. Of course, I forgot to show that step, but you know how it's done. You'll need 2 coats of paint for each side, and remember that you'll need to wait for the paint to dry completely between coats. Now that the paint is completely dry, I'm lightly sanding the wood, especially the corners, to create a rustic look. I know usually this step is done at the end after stenciling the designs, but I wanted the designs to be sharp and not roughed up. And now we clean the wood and the surface we're working on to get ready to stencil our designs. I'm using a vinyl stencil here with the words Alhamdulillah in Arabic calligraphy. Vinyl stencils are like decals. They consist of 3 layers: backing paper, the design or the stencil, and a clear transfer paper. We'll send application instructions with your stencil, but basically you remove the backing paper from the stencil, then you apply the stencil to the wood, and you gently peel off the transfer paper, and you're ready to stencil. I'm using a makeup sponge to paint my design because first it's cheap. And it doesn't absorb a lot of paint, and it's easier for me to handle. So that's my recommendation. I always use them. They're disposable. You don't have to clean afterwards. The trick to stenciling is having very little paint on your sponge. Okay, so you dip the sponge in the paint, then you offload it so it's almost dry. Then you apply the paint to the design. You can repeat this process as many times as you like to make the color darker. I don't usually wait for the design to dry. I remove the stencil immediately after stenciling. Now with vinyl stencils, they are single use, which means you peel and throw. There's no cleanup needed, and some people like that, others don't and prefer reusable stencils. So with vinyl stencils, you will have some pieces, small parts that need to be removed from the design. Here I am using an X-Acto knife to weed out those little parts. And now we're going to apply the English part to the opposite side. After the side with the Arabic calligraphy dries completely, you're ready to apply the stencil on the opposite side. Just make sure that it dries completely because I was not patient and I had black ink on the side that I just finished. Trust me, it's frustrating when you see that. So learn from my mistake and pay attention and be patient. And another mistake that I've done a long time ago, not with this one, alhamdulillah, make sure that both sides, both designs are legible at the same time. What I mean by this is if you could read one side, you could also read the other side. The other side is not upside down. Yeah, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So just make sure that both designs are legible at the same time. So here I am peeling the masking tape off of the vinyl stencil. I also like to protect the rest of the wood with masking tape. Of course, at this point, I did not realize that I already ruined it in the back, on the back side. But anyway. So with this side, I thought that I would use a trick I use with reusable stencils, which is applying paint in the same color as the background. Now with reusable stencils, this trick gives us sharp lines. So I wanted to see if with vinyl stencils that gives me the same look. So just a very light layer of white paint, same as the background, and then we stencil it again with the black color. Here I am just following the same steps as I did previously to stencil Alhamdulillah in English on this side of the wood block. So I want to take a minute to talk about vinyl stencils while you're watching the rest of the video. We're not offering vinyl stencils on our website at the moment when this video was recorded because we are transitioning to a mesh stencil which is similar to vinyl but reusable. Unfortunately, we're still working on that. So until we get it ready, any design that you find on our website, we can turn into a vinyl stencil for you. So just if you find any design, send me an email, contact me, and tell me that you want that design in vinyl, and I'll do that for you. So I just wanted to let you know. Now back to our project. As you can see, it's done. You don't need to seal it since it's going to be used indoors. Alhamdulillah in both Arabic and English calligraphy. I hope you enjoyed it. Assalamu alaikum. Please like and share and subscribe to our channel.